Hi, it's Kit Allowitz with another Leadership Journey video segment. Today I'd like to introduce Melody Schultz. She's going to be talking about one of her favorite leadership principles outside of the Foundational Five. We've gotten pretty good as an organization talking about the Foundational Five, but what about the other 59? Melody, take it away.
Hey everyone, for this summit I was asked to discuss one of the principles outside the Foundational Five that I believe could make a difference at Anderson-Hauser. I believe that would be number 23, which is knowledge is the prelude to change. And the reason I think that's important for our organization is as we're implementing changes to a process, changes in the organization, things like that, it's important that we involve the appropriate parties in that decision-making process, and that those affected by the change, while they may not necessarily need to be involved in the decision process, they should know and understand why the change is occurring and how it's going to affect them. If you think about yourself, personally, a change that has affected you, I'm sure we all agree that if we were involved in the decision-making process, the change was probably easier on us. Let's say we're not involved in the decision-making process, but we were given the details of why the change was happening, how it was going to affect us, things like that, so that we had the chance to ask questions and understand it prior to the change. That probably went easier on us as well. But if we had a change that just happened overnight that we didn't know was coming, if you're like me, that was probably a harder pill to swallow, right? Didn't know it was coming. You come in one day and there's this change. So I think it's important that as an organization, as we are implementing changes, we make sure that those affected by the change know and understand why that change is occurring. This ties into the psychology of change we learned about in the LEAD program. The first two steps of that, if you want to call them steps, is the need to know and the need to understand. Those are the two, that's the foundation of the psychology of change, right? We also learned that people don't resist change, they resist being changed. So again, if we can involve them or at least help them understand the change, it's going to go over much easier. It's going to be a much smoother transition, I think, than just implementing the change with a handful of people making that decision. Thanks.